Hey, buddy. Hey, what's happening, guys? Happy Sunday to everybody. I hope everybody is having a fantastic, amazing weekend wherever you are. Oh, just got notified that I'm live. Anyway, interesting like week. I mean, hey, Jen Wilson, how you doing? Catherine K, I'll watch a bit. Okay, Joni. Hey, Tom, happy Saturday. Kevin Hawthorne, good afternoon. What a week. The jelly scandal, the jam scandal. Unbelievable. You know, I've always sort of been like, you know, a wag the dog type of person, to where what you see in front of you means that there's something way bigger being hidden up in the background. It always turns out that way, right? So I want to bring attention to an article from the Royal Grift. Very, very interesting, by the way. I'm going to read it to you real quick, and then it'll explain about wag the dog, which means, you know, look over here because this is happening over here, or not happening over here, or not happening. That's how it goes. The Royal Grift says, "Hey guys, I have been sitting back and watching all the noise and distraction the last couple of days. Who cares about crappy jam that is on their par with expired moldy pink sauce? Ew." Apparently, a lot of people do, right? That's called wag the dog. And that's why nobody is talking about the criminal political activity that has been exposed. 100% true. The PR machine has been successful in deflecting MSM from covering surrogacy rumors from Lady C's book. That's true. Where is that information? Lady C put it out there a couple, 3 weeks ago, right? And said, I have the proof, bring it on. You can't do that unless you have the proof. So how is that being covered up? How come that's not in the mainstream? Because the PR machine is working overtime to make it go away, just like everything else, right? No coverage around the Sussex Squad terror organization either. Okay, what happened to that news? Christopher Boozy, Meghan Markle, the Sussex Squad, attacking everybody online, attacking Princess Catherine. What happened to that news? This article is spot on, all right? And the authorities, no coverage around the Sussex Squad terror organization and or authorities getting involved. Why aren't the authorities getting involved? You would think that, I mean, probably most likely they are, because if I was Prince William and somebody did that to my wife, it'd be game over. So I'm sure that some authorities are hot on that particular subject. All right. If you look at the deluge of media Meghan has paid to cover this stuff up, including the visa situation, it is the same crap over and over. I have seen the rumor floating around about Harry coming over here on a diplomat visa. How many times have I presented the facts that these two lied about when they came to the US? The whole thing from beginning was a lie, and I am confident the royal family, or at least the private secretaries, Fiona McWim, had an idea their plans to be in the US. This was stated in the court docs that security coverage was going to be needed there. The public had been lied to, and now that the US visa situation is undergoing, no doubt, a cover-up, Meghan has succeeded once again with the media. And speaking of visa, what, Biden made him head of state. I mean, it's crazy. It's just so crazy. So if people aren't in each other's pockets, and there isn't a lot of money influential shit going on in the background, you would have to be an ostrich with your head in the sand and not be able to see all that crap. It's just it's a big smoke screen. You know, something needs to be done about, you know, the terror that the Sussex Squad completely reigns and terrorizes people online, threatens their lives. But you know what? There's more coming. There's definitely more coming out. But just crazy. But everybody's making such a big deal about 50 jars of jams with hair in them. What the unbelievable. Yeah, it's like, this is what society has come to. Jelly. But I guess there is some good news that came out of that, though, after all. Seems as though King Charles, you know, has completely sold out of his products. Yeah. And then it goes back to somebody like Megan put a story out there about she was hijacked on American Riviera Orchard.uk. It's like, well, don't you think you should have bought that one too? I bet if you looked, I mean, gosh, did I take a look to see who's buying up all the American Riviera Orchard.coms? Wow, there's got to be a lot of broken dishes in Montecito. All right. Serena Penish from Tasmania. Hello. Susie, hi. Michelle Provatola. Hello, how are you? Boston. Samantha McDowell. Hello again. You're always here. Yes. Dedicated customers, not customers, dedicated followers. KC the cat. Hey, sir, it's me, Kane from Scotland. Hey, how are you? Elkie Medina. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, Tom Stedman. Mary Calloway. Hello. Samantha and Dad Thomas. Mandy Harrison. Hello. Oh, boy. The free sandwich. Oh, boy. A missive from Mexico. Whatever that means. Austin Floyd. No, I didn't get my complimentary jar of jam. Nor would I want one either, because first of all, it wasn't, there's no way in hell that was homemade in her kitchen in Montecito. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying that, you know. It just strangely resembles something else. I mean, unless, you know, I mean, I would have been more convinced if they would have given Archie and Lily like better glue sticks so the labels didn't come off. You know, I'd be a little more sold on the product. But the hair, somebody did a close up and a zoom in with the hair. That's ew. I mean, how does the FDA and the county of Ventura County does not, you know, don't you need a license to sell food products and doesn't have to be inspected and everything like that? And not to mention, I don't think strawberries are in season. So I don't know. Who knows? It's still a mystery, but all right. Hi from Quebec, Diane Waiter. Pauline Ware, hi from the UK. Gina Lindsay, hello. Libby from California to Scotland. Hey, Ray. Kate Evick. Hi, Tom, or should I say hola? Well, you know, the things that are going on in the United States right now, I'm happy to be here. It's, you know, you can't go anywhere without getting shot at. It seems like, you know, every day there's just shootings everywhere. It's just so disgusting. But, you know, this whole thing is just not going to go away. Eventually, it's all going to be out there. But the good news is, if you go on Sussex community events on X or Twitter, The good news is that Archie's having a birthday in a couple of weeks, and it's a fundraiser. I don't think I know anybody in my life that throws a birthday party for their kids and turns it into a fundraiser. It's just so out in left field. It doesn't make any sense. Oh boy. Oh boy. You can't make this stuff up. It's all over it's everywhere, you know? Debbie Phillips, hi from Montana. Teresa Moser, hello. Susie, yay. Jean Brown, I was bored. Glad you have a live going. Yep. You know, so I went on what is it? A Royal Mess with Ron and 6 other channels, and it's really nice that I haven't been on there in a while, so it was nice to pop in. But they all put in a good word for me, and then I went on the Duchess of Sussex. Went on hers the day before that, but it's nice, a little community support. And then I went on Pdina about 3-4 days ago. So it's nice to have the YouTube community protecting freedom of speech, because that's what it's all about. It's, you know, you can't let these people control the narrative and control everything in all the news. You just can't do that. I mean, it's obvious when you look all the positive PR, right? It's so obvious it's paid for. Just like all the news places that made a mockery out of my video, which was comedy, parody. I didn't insult anybody personally, you know, and here again, it goes to the fact that if you don't like it, don't watch. I mean, there's 500 other channels to choose from these days when you watch television or entertainment. So how they're going to single out me as a direct how do you say it? It's just so directed, and it's so obvious that if anybody ever says anything bad about anybody with such thin skin, seriously, right? Turn the channel. Nobody's forcing you to watch it. Read the disclaimer. Entertainment purposes only. That's what we're here for. And yes, I do have a right to defend myself. And if I do it in a roundabout manner or an indirect manner, or I make, you know, fun of anything, it means you have to go after everybody. South Park, everywhere. SNL, Chris Rock, It goes on and on and on. And the other 100 channels. But I don't think you're going to get away with it. So, Elkie Medina, exactly what I've been saying. The jam scam is a diversion from the baby scam. And so many people are talking about it's like, God, you know, I'm just getting started on X and TikTok, but it's not going to go away. How is that going to go away? It involves so much, the line of succession. And when it does turn out to be true, allegedly, in my opinion, if it does, wow, it's like, what do you do? You know, could you please stop using my last name? Maybe, you know, switch over to Ragland, because kind of tired of seeing you've been markled. Really, really, really just weird. Sue Prov, hello. Thank you so much. Best wishes to you and your dad. Thank you so much, Sue. What else was I going to say? I have so much. I collected so much in such a short period of time this morning. But the Royal Grift also said he put out a video a while back on this. It's so spot on, but I mean, I can't even imagine, you know, I'm sure he's going through the same thing. But what I did do on the Sussex community events, it leads to a couple other Sussex squad, like pro cult. It really, when you read the stuff on the sites, it's really kind of like creepy. I mean, they almost go as far as say, like, they will do anything and deal with anybody anytime and get rid of them no matter what, right? anybody who says anything bad about the duck and dipstick of Sussex, right? I'm sorry, but that's just, if you guys read into that, you're gonna see exactly what the entire world needs to see about how these people operate and the lengths they go through. Almost like pretty much just spelling out they will come for you and cause you harm. I even heard the other day or yesterday's program on Ron's A Royal Mess. Somebody was saying on there that there was a lady who actually had her house burned down by the Sussex Squad. Allegedly, that's what they said, or that's what they heard, or whatever. But that's pretty brutal. I don't know. But here again, we go to the wag the dog situation, to where something needs to be done about these people. And I guarantee you, if they think they're safe with their VPNs jumping around and they don't know where it's coming from, you're so mistaken. So mistaken. So it's only a matter of time. It'll come out, but it's just, they put a big smoke screen over everything to cover it up, to try and make people forget about it. But when it pops back up, everybody's going to go, oh yeah, wow, look, they got 30 years in prison. Wow. Go figure. All right, Rhonda, thank you so much. Buy a jar of Smuckers. I don't know, has anybody heard of Trader Joe's? They have some really good stuff in there that resembles somebody else's jelly. What do we got here now? Jam Scam, what a ride. Yep. Michelle, Jam Scan, Bobby Smedra. Hi, Tom. Great to see you as usual. Hi to your dad and Sam. Hey, Megan, how's your daddy? Everyone like and subscribe and follow Tom. Thank you so much. Yes. Megan, how is your dad? Oh, you wouldn't know. That's right. He's missing. So, oh yeah. But more importantly, Megan, how are you? That's the big question. How are you, Megan? Everybody wants to know because they're so worried about you. Casey the cat. We want to know about the African park mess. What about the Baka people? That's not going away either. That's another thing that's supposed to disappear and fall off the map and fall off the radar. And then there was something else about that today. I actually read in the Daily Mail today. Oh, this is the African parks, but the Daily Mail, Meghan Markle's jam boosts sales for the king. Royal fans rush out to buy Charles $6.95 strawberry preserves, with range selling out within days. Yeah, good. But it's like, I guess the one site, American Riviera Orchard.uk, got redirects to like something worthy. Yeah. And all the other .coms, boy, it's a big mystery. None of them are available. Yeah. Karen Douglas, hello from Scotland. Thomas, who was the biggest feat, you or Megan? Oh, well, see, I have a size 13, but I think she's a size 18 or 20, not including the length of the toes. So I don't know. Oh, Purple's Knee Pam, hello. Nice to see you again. Gregory Samsa. Hello, everybody. First time here. Thomas, I support you until the end of time. Thank you so much. Linda Wagner, just driving home, but still listening. See, now that's dedication. Don't get a ticket. All right. Leave the phone there. Just don't pick it up. Don't get a ticket and don't get distracted. So, Leelard, loving your Ireland t-shirt. You bet. Thank you. Oh, Elkie Medina, Ron on the Royal Mess completely blew it off yesterday. It's a diversion. Well, I think he was focusing more on me They didn't touch on a lot of things, but they pretty much wanted to stick to the fact that it is freedom of speech on YouTube, and how the, money, how, people with massive amounts of other people's money, yeah, it switches hands here and there and here. People do each other favors who are in high places, who have, other people's money to spend like it's their own. But, it's like, it's funny how like some people who are getting down below $60 million, get worried about it. So maybe that's what the fundraiser for Archie's birthday is all about, because they're getting below $60 million. And, maybe they should have a fundraiser, because, everybody needs to feel sorry for him. I couldn't take, like, first of all, if I had $60 million, I don't need anywhere near that much money at all. Nothing. I would donate. I would change the lives of 55 million people, actually 59 million people, personally, on a one-on-one basis. That's what I would do. Maybe more. Maybe I'd, change the lives of, 100 million people or 200 million people, because you could do that. Gave somebody 250 grand, it would change their life forever. It's crazy. But I don't know. But there's always fundraisers for your kids' birthday parties to, and GoFundMe's. But I don't know. It's just weird. I'll never understand that. So much more important things out there than money. And it's true. It's just people have become accustomed to living their lives according to what other people have, and the thirst to get it, and keeping up with the Joneses and all that crap. Who cares? I mean, in the end, you can't take shit with you, right? You're done. You can leave it behind, but you can't take it with you. So who needs that much money? I don't know. Some people will just never change. Okay. Private. I do believe that if Swamp Donkey took a jar from another company and it transferred into her sloppy labels, there's definitely hair from some extensions. Ick. I saw a picture of her with her hair all pulled back and really short and bald. Damn near bald. I don't know what's going on, but karma and stress probably. All right, let's see what else we got here. Snorkel McBunion. I saw that, and somebody changed her name to Snorkel McBunion. Wow. Anyway, there is just some freaky stuff that is out there on the Sussex community events page. It's just really bizarre. I mean, I thought Jim Jones was bad. These people will go after anybody, and basically what they say in there is actually really disturbing. I mean, I could probably read some of it for you, I suppose. Let me see. Empowered and fired up. A salute to the Sussex squad. Wonder where that came from. Probably the same person who said, "Good job, squaddies. Your quarterly bonuses are in your accounts. Keep up the good work." Could be the same person. There are times when we must speak, not because you are going to change the other person, but because if you don't speak, they have changed you. Silence doesn't change the world. It changes us. It shrinks us. It takes our stories and feelings away from us and buries them alive. Unearth what is buried within you. Free yourself. That's a quote from a book. So obviously that was plagiarized also. What else is new? The Sussex squad is a collective body that coalesces online and embraces all who are Sussex supporters. Some of us are energetic and over the top, showing our love for all to see, while others are low key and reserved, but still fierce with their feelings. Hang around the squad and you'll see the various sides of the squaddies: funny, sarcastic, bombastic, intelligent, caring, generous, brutally honest, and sometimes unfiltered. For some, the path to the Sussex squad, for some, the path to the squad may have started from the pre-royal days when Meghan Markle came online, the TIG, her TV series and movies, or upon where is it? Where is it? Oh, wait, oh, hold on a second. Maybe I copied it wrong. For some, it was a dramatic interview in the African Journey documentary, The Exit from the Island, the final farewell at the Commonwealth Day ceremony, the official exit from senior royal life, or any of the moments between those makers of Meghan and Harry's lives. Wherever we have started, we're here, forging a remarkable bond of unity and community building around the Sussexes and their charitable endeavors. The squad pulses with energy that attracts others to link up and be a part of the community like no other. Support travels beyond borders and over international waters, with squaddies raising their hands from almost every continent. We laugh, we discuss, we dissect. We have differences of opinions, but nothing comes in the way of supporting the Sussexes. It's always the priority. Where's that one part that's kind of really creepy? Sorry, guys. Awareness raised around issues and charities near and dear to Harry and Meghan. We are forced to be reckoned with. We are more about action than talking about what we could do, more about achieving goals than hosting pity parties around our royal peeps. We are self-appointed scouts and sentries of that royal unit. We are nudies and uncles of King Archie. King Archie? That ain't never going to happen. What, 300 years from now? We are going to defend their humanity from the presence of hatred, bigotry, jealousy, and dishonesty directed at them. We don't tolerate racial insensitivity. If I've ever seen any racists, it's the Sussex squad. They hate everybody. Yeah, bigotry, sexist behavior towards squatty or Sussexes. Any mention from their loathsome tabloids, their reporters or organized networks or trolls will initiate Operation Drag That Ass. This is their slogan. So any hate towards the Sussex squad, anything in the media, anything said against them, will initiate Operation Drag That Ass, ODTA. The media do not get to report their biased news unchallenged anymore. We will not be silenced. We will not be complicit. We will not avert our gaze. Yeah. There's mention that the supporters of the brothers don't get along. The squad has no rivals or competition since our sole focus is the Sussexes. No other group matters to us. We are unbothered by who doing what the relevancy that is, unless they take any member of the Sussex family name in vain. The no-fly zone outside the squad is that disparaging remarks of Megan and her family will not be tolerated. So it goes on and on, but you guys can look it up. It's whether it comes to from supporters or other than royals, generic hate troll, the squad will initiate ODTA until we are done and finished with them. That means basically that's pretty much cut and dry of what they're capable of doing. So this is big. This is a big deal. This needs to be dealt with, because these are the people attacking people with the death threats, allegedly burning their houses down. Who knows what they're capable of? But I'm glad I never had a glass of that Kool-Aid. But it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the pod people. One day you're normal, the next day you're like, what the fuck? The no-fly zone outside the squad is that no disparaging remarks of Megan and her family will be tolerated, whether it comes from supporters of other royals or generic hate/troll. The squad will initiate ODTA until we are done and finished with them. I don't think you could put that any other way where anybody can't figure it out. But that's what we're dealing with. The people who are on the other end of this. Me, my father, Samantha, we've seen this bit going on for years. And I'm so glad that we collected all the evidence and have it all, and it's all being traced, it's all being dealt with. But someday the smoke will rise and all this will come to the surface sooner than anybody thinks. So it's just pretty bizarre. Okay. I just wanted to read that for you. Sorry to bore you. I know I get a little, it's really fine print, so I was having trouble reading it, but I don't wear glasses because I don't need them. But all right. Judith Lee, hi from Lanzarote, Canary Islands. Canary Islands. Best wishes, you and Samantha. Lovely dad. Thank you. Maureen Ingleson, yes, we need to get my subscribers up. So anyway, yeah. So that show with Ron, it was good because the 6 other channels on there, they were supposed to plug me and get my subscribers up. I'd really like to get them really high up there. I don't know. I don't know what kind of connections people have in YouTube or whatever like that to try and take me down, but that was an immediate smear campaign against me and my channel. And it's just comedy. And that's it. Comedy, parody, entertainment purposes only. So hopefully YouTube will actually see. And I've never gotten any warning from YouTube, never anything. Like I said before, the only thing I've ever gotten is a copyright thing. And that's if I use music and play it too long. And then that particular video does not get monetized, And the money I make from YouTube is very, very, very little. I mean, very little. I mean, most people make more on Social Security than I make on YouTube, which is, you have to work your ass off on YouTube if you're going to make, a couple grand a month. It is not easy. I mean, I'm talking videos every day, shorts, posting videos, doing lives. It's a lot of work. So like I said before, for her to start this smear campaign about a comedy skit, it's like coming after me after, I've been here taking care of her father for 2 years because he had a stroke and she hasn't even called or texted even since the wedding. Wow. God forbid Tom makes a few dollars in tips. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Crazy. Okay. There was something else I wanted to go over here. What did I miss? Oh, it was the domain sites. That's really funny. I think that's hilarious. See, we're getting a little feedback on the camera now. Maybe the squatties are watching. Maybe here we go again. 907 Wings. Hello from Alaska. You're awesome, Tom. Hi to Sam and Dad. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. Thank you so much. Glad to have you. And it's just nice to I did want to apologize because I don't really post the fact that I'm going to do a live. I just pop up and I do it. So it seems to be working out better that way. All right. What else did I have here in the old smoke screen of news? Right. That's kind of funny. Just like anybody else in the entire world can pull up Meghan Markle news, and it's obvious. It's so obvious. What's paid, what's not. Oh. The Guardian, Meghan Markle, gone from royal upsetter to trade wife in 3 short years. Given what's out there, you would do the same thing. I don't know. When life gives you lemons, you make strawberry jam. This would be my father would be requesting a refund from Northwestern University because obviously she didn't learn a damn thing, and he wants his money back that he paid for, by the way. So, here's one from Hello Magazine. King Charles celebrates surprising news linked to daughter-in-law Meghan Markle's new venture. So King Charles celebrating surprising news. I think he's celebrating the fact that he sold out of his products immediately in one day. That would be my guess from that. Blah 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 blah. Word salad. Oh man. God. So it goes on to say that King Charles sold out entirely of his products, like in record time, right? But meanwhile, Meghan's jams are the first glimpse of what is to come from her exciting new career adventure. I would call it something else. You know, I would call it a washing machine for money, allegedly, in my opinion. So, you know, because that's what big corporations do, and it's no secret. This is how they do it. All right. Not only do they have the majority of their money hidden offshore, being transferred to different accounts continuously, so there's no real big paper trail on them. But then what happens is they set up these companies, these LLCs, legal liability corporations, right? So there's no financial liability when the shit hits the fan. But what that LLC allows you to do is say that you invest $20 million into that company, right? Say it if even gets there, right? They can write that off and actually save that money. It's pretty easy if you figure it out, but it's this is a word salad, blah 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 blah, about how wonderful. It says here, the jar's lid was covered in a piece of my used underwear. Oh no, I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that. The jar's lid was covered in a piece of Hessian fabric and secured with my hair strands that fell out of my wig. Oh no, it doesn't say that either. Sorry, I was just kidding. That's a joke. Hello. The jar's lid covered in a piece of Hessian fabric and secured with a cotton bow and a piece of hair. And for the label that wasn't properly glued on by my son, I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that either. The label is featured American Riviera Orchard logo. And what happened to be her handwriting, nothing nodding which numbered jar is out of the 50 of the batch of 50. Now that's touching. Wow. That makes me want to go out and buy it. Like, just because it's her handwriting. But I don't know. I'm still not convinced. Anyway, you guys, you can't make this shit up. But it's like, it's called Wag the Dog. Again, there again. Well, here's an interesting one on today's, this is 23 hours ago. This is the the News. Prince William, Kate Middleton. See, now there they screwed up again. So I'm not buying that either. It's Princess Catherine. Okay. Protect themselves from Harry and Meghan Markle. Well, that's probably true. I would definitely see that. Kate Middleton and Prince William are not up to talking or taking any risks when it comes to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Speaking to In Touch, a source. Oh, here we go. See, now In Touch? No, sorry. I mean, if I was in the woods and I ran out of toilet paper and my choices were In Touch magazine or Leaves, I'd be using the Leaves. Well, I can see definitely that they wouldn't want Harry and Meghan to know anything about anything that's going on in the family. So yeah, it's sort of half and half on that one. But here we go. Daily Mail Online. Harry and Meghan's new BFF, Alison Boshoff, reveals all. Yeah, I'm not even going to click on that one. Daily Mail. Oh, okay. Here, Daily Mail. This is interesting. Meghan Markle uses Montecito Philanthropist's kitchen as the set of her new Netflix cooking show instead of her own mansion, as production crews are seen lining the property. Well, if you guys look at maybe because that property actually has an orchard in it. Oh, God. That's another puff piece also. Now, dailymail.com can reveal viewers can indeed look forward to an at-home with Meghan Markle experience as they learn about everything about American Riviera Orchard. I think everybody already knows what they want to know about that, in my opinion. Puff piece, puff piece, puff piece, puff piece. Word salad, word salad, word salad. Fox News. Oh, that's a week ago. That's 4 days ago. Yeah, okay, because there's nothing that anybody really wants to report on them except for what they're paid to report. The News International, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle punished for misusing royal titles. Well, I think they forgot to say again and again and again and again. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry slammed as pathetic and friendless by American radio host. Now that's true. This guy's got a great opinion. Should we see what he has to say? Dennis Prager has shared his thoughts about Harry and Meghan in talks with GB News. Now, see, GB News, boy, they were paid to attack me. One thing about the GB News thing where they posted my little video on there, I texted him a comment back. I said, you forgot to say like and subscribe to my channel. But it was really funny. The guy who looked like a stick in the mud, who was just like, he just looked like he was just so uptight. Like, like he was wearing shrink wrap for underwear, right? But the other gal, she wanted to laugh. She probably thought it was funny. Anyway, let's get to some of these comments here. We have 800 people in the house. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's what I had to do. I had to, sorry, guys. Somebody wanted to say hello. Oh, Kelly Thomas. Hi from Texas. Jen Wilson. Jen Wilson. It's going to be a new charity called Archie's House. Hello. Hi. You're live on the show with Thomas Markle Jr. and friends.
Oh, well, that's just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. Go figure.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. I was going to do a show yesterday, and then it was too late for the UK, so I decided to do about noon today and say hello to everybody.
Very cool.
How are you?
Hi, everybody.
It's Samantha. I talked to her yesterday, and she had something to say today.
Oh, okay. Cool. What's on your mind? What's going on today?
Oh, just the normal, just the recap. It's a beautiful morning. I had my coffee earlier, and it's just I just wanted to basically pop in and tell everybody I was still here, and I've got some really funny things in the works coming, and I wanted to touch on the fact that King Charles sold out of his jam in record time because of the hair on Meghan's jam. But
yay! Well, that was good because it goes to charity.
Yeah, exactly. A good actually does go to charity.
That's right. And so you know what? Whatever you've got going on with that wig is really convincing. I don't think you meant it that way, but it's really taken off. And I don't know if you noticed. Did you read that article in the Mirror that I sent you?
No. I looked at a few of them the other day.
So I think the author's name was like Nehemiah or Niami Spence. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but it was hysterical because there's a paragraph in there. Wait, there's a paragraph in there that says Meghan has completely cut off her two sisters.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. But but she didn't have any siblings.
And I mean, all of a sudden you're a sister.
Well,
So, should we call you Tomasita?
Precious DeVere says, "Hi Tom, what has Meghan done to her teeth? Reminds me of a piranha." I thought it was more like a snaggletooth something. There was a close-up. I zoomed in on it of a recent picture from the polo when she's got her like little veneer grin going, right? But one tooth sticks like down and out a little bit. I don't know exactly what that's for, but maybe it's like, I don't know. Anybody have any ideas what that one snaggletooth would be doing?
I guess this makes me really old that I remember this, but some of you might if you don't Google it. There was a television series a long time ago. It was like a trilogy. It was a trilogy. It was called the Karen Black Trilogy of Terror. And I think you and I talked about this, Tom, that the woman who her husband goes on some archaeological dig or something, he brings her home a voodoo doll. And when she's on the phone with somebody, she sets it down on the table really hard, and this scroll thing that he has around his neck falls onto the table. But what the little scroll said is that if the scroll gets removed from the doll will come to life. So this doll ends up being possessed by, this spirit or whatever, this native spirit, and chasing her around the house with a knife attacking her. It was actually quite terrifying, to the point Karen Black in that character looks a lot like that picture you're talking about, Snaggletooth, with her with her teeth jutting out. So I was like, Meg, what's up with the Karen Black trilogy teeth? I've never seen her do that before, jutting her teeth out. It was kind of weird in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember that movie, watching it for the first time when we were in Chicago, and
Yeah.
that movie scared the living shit out of me because the little chain falls off this little voodoo doll, right? Happens to look a lot like my half sister.
Yeah.
But wow, scary as shit, right? Because if the chain falls off, it comes to life and it attacks you, and it's thirst for blood. Trilogy of terror, really, really hilarious. But the one scene was like when Karen Black was the actress, she barricaded herself in the bathroom, and the little voodoo doll was just underneath with this butcher knife or this big kitchen knife going, yeah.
Chasing her around the house. And it was so scary. I was kind of a kid. So I took all my dolls and I took duct tape and I strapped them into their chairs for the night because I thought they would come alive and attack me. You know, kids take that stuff seriously. And then we have a sister that looks like that.
Marilyn Suzuki. Wow, thank you so much. Hi, Thomas. What do you think about Prince Henry? About what is happening to his country, in the UK? The Islamic extremists are running their country because of mass immigration.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All I know is like what's going on in the world is extremely disturbing all over the world. I just I don't understand why. It's just bizarre. I mean, it's like everybody's pushing each other's buttons to try and create another war. So who knows? I really don't know.
I'll speak to this quickly if you don't mind, because I know exactly what she's talking about, and a lot of people across the pond have expressed their discontent with me. I mean, the tradition of Great Britain, everything that unified Great Britain, seems to be falling apart. And like some of the legislation in the United States, I'll try and be brief, that not only opened the borders, but that is, I don't want to badmouth Islam or any religion in particular, but what's happening is that there's a heavy overtone right now in Great Britain for Islam, and it's really marginalizing British tradition, the British people, Christianity, and so it's kind of concerning, and I understand why people would be uncomfortable with that. So hopefully Parliament will address that. But again, we're Americans, so we can't really say what Parliament should do and how, what the British people can do to express their concerns to Parliament. So hopefully there can be some balance there that makes everybody feel safe and included and welcome. Other than that, I know how it feels because we're experiencing some of that in America. Not to that extreme, though.
Yeah, well, I do believe firmly in my heart and soul that everybody has the right to live their lives without bombs and war. So some people want it, some people don't. Some people want to escape it. Some people are innocent victims of it. And I think, I mean, I'm not going to go into it, politics and stuff like that, but I'm just saying everybody has the right to live and survive and not being subject to unarmed deaths and killings. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like that.
What's going on in Great Britain doesn't specifically address that, but it's one religion trying to marginalize another, and we're not talking about what's going on in the Gaza Strip. We're talking about Great Britain, and the Nation of Islam wants to push out British citizens and take over. I mean, they've said that they want every house to bow to Allah. Well, that's not going to happen. I mean, we can respect their religious preferences, but they also have to respect Christianity and everyone in Great Britain. Live and let live. And that goes for Islam too. They're not going to get rid of everybody else.
Yep.
So that's just the way it goes.
Debbie Dobbles, Trilogy of Terror. I have that DVD. Spot on. Yes, that's great. Okay, we've got your back, Tom. Mandy Harrison, thank you so much. Cup of tea, fundraiser for Archie's basement cell. Yeah, so Archie's birthday is coming up. I touched on that earlier in a couple of weeks, and I saw a really interesting place called Sussex Community Events on X. And boy, I mean, you talk about the Jim Jones of the Sussex squad. Good Lord. But apparently Archie's having a birthday, and it's a worldwide event, but it's a worldwide fundraising event for Archie's birthday.
Yeah, what about, that'd be cool if the proceeds go to charity.
Yeah.
Parents who are down to the last $50 million don't need to raise money for a 5-year-old's birthday.
You would think, I mean, you would think, wow. Does Archie need new silk gold lace slippers to walk out and use them one time in the yard, then throw them away? Is that what it is?
No, 5-year-olds don't care about that stuff, but what he probably would like, in my opinion, is living a more normal life, having a swing set in the backyard, allowing his face to be shown, and living normally like their alleged cousins do. Princess Charlotte, Prince George, and Prince Louis. In other words, 5-year-olds don't care about gold lace shoes. They care about living normal lives as kids and having fun and having a larger sense of family. A
lot of the comments on there say that, like, that is so true. It is so unfortunate that, like, I mean, it's like, Princess Catherine and Diana always took the kids out everywhere, showed the kids off because there wasn't an issue with them. But, later in life, I don't know, just like leave that alone, because that's all going to come flying out really soon anyway. Jacob.
I had a weird experience, and I mean, on this subject, I get tenderhearted and kind of go back and forth based on what we see, because we've seen kids with different hair colors, and as family members, we think it would be really cool to see these kids who happen to be in the family lineage for our family and across the pond. That being said, I saw a video of Harry and this little boy running around and playing, and a Sussex squad member was, pushing it as, Archie and Harry playing. And I got tenderhearted, and I thought, wow, is that Archie? And I was looking, and he was running around giggling. It was the cutest thing. But what was weird for me, he was kicking a ball around, and Harry was too, and chasing it back and forth. When the ball got close to Harry, it giggles and runs near him. He doesn't jump into his arms like Daddy. He kind of got weird and pulled away, which made me feel like there was a disconnect. And then this little boy was seemingly looking outward as if his parents or somebody that he was bonded with was in a different direction. In other words, that video didn't convince me that was a father and son playing together, because the child didn't seem too familiar with Harry, like playing with a friend maybe, or playing with, another child's parent, but it was, It wasn't real.
Yeah.
And furthermore, the kid had really dark hair, and then we see a picture that was supposed to be a family portrait the other day of two strawberry blonde kids, one that's supposed to be Archie and the other that's supposed to be Lilibet. And in my opinion, there is no way in hell that both of those children would have light strawberry blonde hair and blue eyes as a recessive gene. So I was going, what is going on here?
Yeah. Did you get your channel up and running yet? Did you figure out?
No, I'm working on it and just kind of tweaking some things and looking at it, but it is under construction, and as promised, I will get it up and running. So thanks for that.
Samantha's going to be starting a YouTube channel, everybody. So I want to give everybody heads up. So when she does get it going, we'll have to whip over there and get her up over 1,000 subscribers in a day, so she can be off and running.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
You're the tech savvy god who's going to mentor me, right?
Me, tech savvy? Yeah, right. I can build a house from the ground up with no construction plans, or rebuild a car from the ground up. But when it comes to computers, not so good.
I'll call you every 2 minutes, Tom. I need help.
Mrs. Stardust says, I was shocked when their first organization was named after their son. Nothing like keeping the children out of the limelight. She uses anyone, even her son. Oh, you know, you can't make this shit up, can you?
I can see doing that if you have a child and you want to name a foundation after the child and put that money to charity, or put some of that money aside for the child's college fund and future, not to pay Sussex Squad trolls with. Because rumor has it that a lot of the Sussex Squad trolls were being paid by that organization, which I would disagree with if that's the case.
Yeah, if you go on, look at that thing on X or Twitter. It's called Sussex Community Events. You're gonna see it's a trip. Very creepy. It's basically a rundown of who the Sussex Squad are and what they're capable of doing to anybody who talks bad about the duck and dipstick of Sussex. I meant Montecito.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Well, but that's stupid. All eyes are on that. All eyes are on them. So, it's like they say, give people enough row.
Yeah. Mary Wilson says, hi, I saw your video somewhere. It was silly and actually appropriate. Very appropriate. She doesn't deserve any respect. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Mary. 907 Wings. Hello, Maureen. Hello, Thomas DeBarks. Thomas, you should have a weekly cooking show. Oh, don't you worry. Chick Magnet's going to be doing some cooking. Megan's actually going to be, she's going to start her own new jam collection also, with hair included. So.
Yeah. So where are these strawberries coming from? I mean,
I was wondering about that because Oxnard, all the way up the coast right there, like on the coastal side of the San Joaquin Valley, which is the agricultural belt for the United States, pretty much for the Western Hemisphere. But Oxnard, as you know, I mean, how many times have you been to Oxnard? There's billions of strawberries there. But I think they're just coming into season right now. So how you could make jams, they would have to be bought from somewhere else. You'd have to buy them from a farmer's market, from a hot house or something like that. But I think strawberries come into season, and they do them twice in one season, through Oxnard, all the way through Salinas Valley. One of the people commented on here. Where is it? She says she lives up there, but yeah, there's strawberries up everywhere right now, actually.
Well, how does anybody even release strawberries? Because there's no label. One of the complaints there's how do you know what's in it? Is it like the mystery meat that people get in prison? Like, what's the mysterious ingredient? Is it are they real strawberries, fake strawberries? Is there
the way Nacho turned his nose up at it must be Megan sauce. I don't know. Who knows? But that picture of him close up, he's got the smallest piece of this toast in his mouth. Like, it's like he's holding it away, probably because it smells like one of her scented candles or something. I don't know.
I was looking up regulations on that, because a lot of people on the X and everywhere were asking, how can they sell this without FDA approval, regulations, license? That being said, Yeah, there are no ingredients listed, which for consumer consumption has to be there for public safety, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know all that. Yeah, you have to be inspected by the FDA, or actually, the Ventura County Health Department would have to come to your residence or the kitchen where you prepare these things for sale.
So, in absence of the required labeling and licensure, then reportedly she could only sell it on like Etsy as a handmade good or at roadside stands.
Yeah.
But not in stores or restaurants. Not for public sale on a large scale. Like, no, the comparison to Martha Stewart is ridiculous. In my opinion, she's not going to be Martha Stewart.
Well, it's funny because Martha Stewart really took a good jab at her because, Megan made this, there was these articles out there, wherever they came from, probably a source says, we know what the source is. We know who the source is. But a source says, Martha Stewart is Megan's like biggest inspiration, and she adores her and everything, and she copies her to the T. And Martha Stewart, she shot it right back and says, what'd she say? She's irritating and and I think I even saw something about a lawsuit against her from Martha Stewart. But the only thing I have to say, like, if Martha Stewart is such an inspiration and Megan wants to be just like Martha Stewart, well, after Megan gets out of prison, she can be just like Martha Stewart and start her own cooking show then. But that's
you got to give kudos to Martha Stewart.
Yeah, no, I really have a lot of admiration for Martha Stewart. I think she's great. She had an amazing show. She's an influencer. She's and she just does it right. I mean, you believe Martha Stewart when you look at her, and yeah.
Well, and you believe her because she's got the experience to back it. It's not a Jiffy Pop situation. She has worked for so many years perfecting her products that are from her own brain, her original creations, not plagiarizing somebody else.
Yeah. No, Martha Stewart's been out there for a hell of a long time. And Martha Stewart even said it in an article. She says, I've seen them come. I've seen plenty of them come, and I've seen plenty of them go. They don't last because you're not Martha Stewart. You never will be, just like you're not a princess and you never will be. You never were. You never will be. You never have been. Yeah. It's like everything. Gene Brown. We know we love you and care about you and your dad and Samantha. We got your backs, Thomas. It's shameful Megan get more and more delusional every day, and Harry is going down the drain with her. Spot on. Dawn Bonamy. Hey, Megan, have you called your father, who is real and not fake like your rent-a-kids?
Oh, wait a minute. Everybody was talking about this too, and I can totally, I definitely feel for the people of Great Britain who have loved, adored, watched Harry grow up and have watched all of this Dr. Jekyll and Hyde stuff that he's seemingly been pulling, because what a jab at King Charles after everything that family has done for them, how many olive branches they've been extended, how many chances can you give someone? And then all of it, and then now, it's like the expelled high school kid who says, I made up my mind, I'm definitely not coming back.
Yeah.
Well, no, you were expelled. Of course, you're not welcome back. And I think that's the case here. But to make his American citizenship effective the date of his Frogmore eviction, it's like, oh, come on, stop being so childish.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just, when I was a young child, I learned long time ago that when I ran into the kitchen and I put my hand on the hot stove and it burned like hell, I didn't do it again. I just, I learned a long time ago. Somebody, there I go again. Dad wants his money back from Northwestern because she didn't learn a fucking thing. Excuse my French. All right, Amy Simpson, keep doing you. Yes. I don't know how I should really take that. Yeah. Linda Pebs, SNL, do it all the time. Yes, they do. I know what that means. Gina Lindsay, awesome. Sue, awesome. Sue, bee's knees. What a diversion from the field fellators flippers. Yeah. Hey Tom, where you been? I've been missing you. Mimi Shaw. Hey Tom, where you been? I've been missing you. Well, I did a few other shows for who did I do? I did Pdina. Pdina. I did yeah, I think I just did Pdina, and then I did a royal mess yesterday. So I just wanted to go out there and just and then I did a live. I think I did a live right after the media got paid by somebody to make me look bad because of my hilarious video. I'm really pissed off at GB News. They left the sound effects out of that video. That was great when I just leaned back and just ripped ass for like 20 seconds with that baby bump in me. I'm sorry, but that was funny. Huh. Report real fake news. KC the cat. Yeah, we need to demand the mainstream media report on real news. Yes. Diana. Hey Tom, how's your dad? Dad's doing okay. Probably gonna take him out. I'll have to go check on him. There was comments on there that people say I keep him in the closet and change his bowl of water every 3 days, but it's not true. So those are the haters.
If you take a look at the PR and the paid PR articles out there, what I think is so funny is that they all try and make it look like, she's the queen of the universe, and she is cutting her family off. Harry and Meghan are cutting the royals off. No, sorry, sports fans, it's the other way around. The royals have had enough. The Markles have had enough. We're not estranged. She is estranged. And I hate to say it, when you treat people like that, that's what happens. And so now she's on this kick, her PR on this kick to, she's the expert on friendship now because she's burned all the family bridges. So let's move to friendship.
Not only that, but she just teamed up with her, that one friend, I think it was Allison or something, on like motherhood or something about parenting, or she's went. Oh, have you seen that on that T-shirt? Like that's what do they call that? A catch-22 that's like doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
No, I mean, but if she's going to do any kind of special or write a book or do a podcast about friendship, maybe she should invite Nikki Pretty or Jessica Mulrooney to speak. The friend, the BFF is the friend for the day or the week.
Yeah.
And like changing shoes.
One of the things that really just like got me excited this morning to just get up was the fact. No, it was the other day. It was yesterday or the day before. It was about the fact that somebody's Meghan put out one of her paid little articles out there about somebody had a royal prankster had snatched up Meghan or snatched up the other American Riviera Orchard.uk domain. Of course that belongs to her, right? Nobody's even allowed to buy it. Well, actually it was floating out there, so somebody did buy it. And I have a feeling somebody bought the rest of them. Anything to do.
That's brilliant, whoever did that.
And then in return, that one, the .uk one, redirected it to a charitable fund, which actually goes to good, right? And all the all the royal families, the King Charles's, all his products sold out overnight, and actually a lot was donated to charity. Yeah, that was awesome. Here we go here. Oh, Pauline-Anna, hello. Hi, Tom. I've been away, but I'm back. Your sister, a.k.a. the Duchess of Sausage and Jams, better sell a lot of jams in order to pay for her husband's $1 million bill. Yep.
Oh.
Well, I don't think you can do it with just 50 jars, Carol Barnes, thank you so much. Yeah, I feel better. I had to take a nice little rest. I was just, I was just worked. It was all just like.
So wait, I have a question. So now that Harry has made this bold statement, that he's an American citizen. They're both American citizens. How can they use titles? They're just plain old Harry and Meghan now. They can't be Duke and Duchess, totally disavowing Great Britain and citizenship. They have to let go of that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're Americans.
Yeah. Kate Avick, Montecito is in Santa Barbara County. I'm sorry, I thought it was Ventura County, but it is Santa Barbara County. The state of California Department of Public Health and the FDA can control selling food made at home. It is called Cottage Food Operations. It's online. So yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. And 907 Wings, yes, she is a Raglan, not a Markle. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so tired. Yeah, I'm so tired of like the term getting markled, but man, it's okay.
You know what?
It doesn't really bother me.
Everybody noticed, Tom, and you and I were talking about this. I think this is like, talk about things coming full circle. As much time as she spent predicating herself on bashing the idea of inequality in advertising, that whole little spiel, trying to take credit for that dish soap thing when it was Dad's idea, just to get to the point. And just to bash inequality in advertising and the idea of a woman's place being in the kitchen. Now she's back demonstrating that by her own actions that a woman's place is in the kitchen. Congrats on that, Meg.
Yeah, good job. Full circle. From the TIG back to the TIG.
Bang those pots and pans.
Yeah. Margaret Hampson, African parks on GB News earlier. Well, see, it is gaining a little bit of traction because there's a lot going on over there. Boy, a lot more, instead of like worrying about like telling people about polo that nobody really cares about here anyway. Not that, I've never heard of like the US Polo Open. Have you? I don't know. But anyway, polo's not bad. It's except for, when people dig their spurs and cause cuts and in horses and just like, that's not good. The abuse of the animals, that's not good. But
no, we talked about that. And
yeah.
Somebody was mentioning that, I saw this on X, that the horse was pregnant and actually died. So it's quite tragic.
Jenny, Paula is writing that they're trying to shut you down. Yeah, well, that's because they don't like freedom of speech because they're the only ones who are allowed to have freedom of speech. They're the only ones who are allowed to bitch and moan about everything and get away with it. I'm not bitching and moaning. I run a comedy parody channel, and I report on the news just like everybody else does. And I have a disclaimer, so it is what it is, let's see. Amy Simpson.
Disclaimer, but you have a disclaimer, but you, me, and everyone else also have a right to our opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as they do.
Okay. Amy Simpson. In the U.S., only dogs and strippers are called Duchess. Pick one.
Sorry.
That was...
Bravo.
Oh, here we go. Just me. You are proving that the Markle family was always trailer trash. While you state your half sister, you are showing yourself up to the rest of the family. Yeah, well, you know what we do with that? You just call you bye, Felicia. I don't think that's
Well, here's what we say to that.
You know what?
That's squad troll.
So this person actually, yeah, I know. This person actually read in the beginning when the smear campaign came out about the Markle family, about how we're trailer trash, hillbillies, alcoholics, drug addicts, dropouts of high school. All this shit was put out a long time ago, so Meghan could cover up the fact that she didn't even have a family, right? But it's taken this long, but it's out there. Go look at it. It's just great. So,
well, and none of it's true. But I think what's really funny is that then, when you talk about drug addicts and dysfunction and problems, you've got, Harry and Meghan out there and their publications and their shows, especially in Spare, just openly talking about substance abuse.
Yeah.
Openly talking about, so.
And now he's head of state. Yeah. And now he's head of state. It's like, what the hell is that? That's called friends in high places and donations and money. One hand washes the other in that world, and that's how it works.
Well, he's not head of state, head of a confused mental state, maybe, but not a head of state.
Alice wonders, hello from New Mexico. Purple's me Pam. She should change her last name, especially since you guys don't exist. Yeah, exactly. Raglan. Yeah. Kara C. Hi. Yeah. Oh, there's my friend from TikTok. Hit the like button. Lisa Nay 506. Thank you so much, Lisa. Hit the like button. Hit the love button. The love button. Yeah. What's up with that picture of Harry at the polo field that some paparazzi shot from a long distance of Meghan, like, with her arms on this guy's chest and his arms around her waist? It's like, is that it's looking like they have an open relationship to me.
Well, if we were hillbillies, like off the Dukes of Hazzard, like old tabloids said, we would call that bumpin' uglies.
Ew. Bumpin' uglies. Well, I think somebody would take that definition all the way home. I can't even imagine.
That was full frontal right there. That was,
bumping wrinkles. Oh my God. African Parks. Happy Saturday, Joe Jones. Lisa Glass. Scary. Linda Glass. Sussex Squad are scary. Take care of yourselves. You and Dan and Sam. Yep. Yeah, and on the show that I was talking about on Ron's show, Royal Mess, somebody on there said that somebody who was saying bad things about Meghan or voicing her opinion about Meghan got her house burned down. That's like horrible. And something else, it's crazy. Okay, Susan Carter. Thank you, Susan. Keep fighting for what is right. I love you both and your dad. God bless him. Thank you. Thank you, Susan.
Very much.
All right. Bridget. Thomas, you are pure comedy gold. Well, thank you. It's just, I don't know. When I see something, I have the instant answer in my head. I don't know what it is. It's a gift. I was put here to make people laugh, and that's what I'm going to do. You guys can call me funny looking. Doesn't bother me. I'll tell you, it does. You know why name calling doesn't bother me, everybody? Because if you're the only redheaded white kid in the state of New Mexico going to school, you've been called everything in the entire world. I mean, now when I hear a Duracell copper top battery commercial, I turn around and I think they're talking about me. It's just crazy. But you got to have a little thicker skin,
Especially when you're 6'4". When you stand out like a sore thumb, you're a pretty tall guy.
Well, I wasn't big back then. I didn't start growing until I was like 13, 14, Then it was like, then I didn't get my lunch money and beat up every day. I didn't get my lunch money stolen and beat up every day. So now it's just like, they probably think twice.
Yeah.
All right. Kat Tavares. Everybody liked the Thomas video. There is 544 in here. Yeah, I know. I haven't caught up on that. Now we have 1,000. We got 1,000 people watching. All right. Let's hope she doesn't make wine. Lena Babe. Let's hope she doesn't make wine. Ew. Could you imagine Archie and Lily like stomping grapes for a living for the next 20 years?
You imagine that? Can you imagine?
Well, no, wait. Hold on. She says, hold on. Lena Babe says, let's hope she doesn't make wine. Ew. Just think those skanky chicken feet for crushing grapes and saying she made them all by herself. It reminds me, yeah, ew. you imagine, you know, you get a little toe jam, like when you're sipping wine, you get a little toe jerky in there. Ew.
Well, and Harry's already good at making wine, but it's a different kind of wine. It's the the whining wine.
Yeah. How can she use the Markle name if she has no family? Yeah, Dawn Bonamy. How can she use the Markle name if she has no family? Hey, Megan, were you a sperm donor or were you adopted? Exactly. You know, it's like the inquiring minds want to know. There are so many unanswered questions. Like, you know, where's the Raglan family? Where's the Markle family? That nobody exists. I don't think Megan likes the fact that, you know, her family. There's nothing wrong with anybody's family, wherever they come from. Everybody is a human being. I think Megan's just embarrassed that she wasn't born in a castle, you know, and just crazy. Just so weird. So weird how people change and money changes people.
Well, I guess, but it's all relative. If you look at how she lived, and, you know, I think comparatively speaking, Dad made really good money for being in Los Angeles and working in television. And the schools she went to, like Disney's kids went there, Tyra Banks went there, celebrities went there. You know, Bob, what's his name? The music producer's wife, who, what was her name? Catherine. Anyway, long story short, celebrities' kids went there. So it's not like she went to a poor ghetto school. So she lived really well. You don't have to be born in a castle, but all things considered, she lived better than most kids in America do. So, you know, I just think it's really weird to have your head in the clouds and think that you've got to live in a castle.
Yeah. What happened says, yes, everyone believed that the YouTuber's house caught on fire because of them that shut down her channel. Never know. Please, I'm searching everywhere desperately for the moon bump video. Bridget Bold, please, I'm searching everywhere. Well, the moon bump videos are not hard to find. They're out there all over the internet. They're all over social media. You know, I think if you type in moon bump in Wikipedia, the picture comes up. Allegedly, in my opinion. Mom, forget about those clowns. You're too talent. Thank you, Bee's Knees. Yes. Yep. Amy Simpson, P. Diddy, a bodyguards mentioned Harry in his video. Yeah, what happened to that? All this jam is a smokescreen for all the stuff that needs to be addressed and talked about. That's what we were talking about earlier. You know, all this jam bullshit is covering up the fact that Lady C blew this out of the water, has proof of the surrogates in Doria's prison, you know? And and proof of Boozy and the Sussex Squad attacking everybody connected, and Megan's the puppeteer in all this, and attacking Princess Catherine, you know? So really this jam and the hair in the jam and Nacho not liking the jam, this is all like a big smoke screen of the actual things that need to be talked about and addressed.
Well, it also seems like it's a deflection from the fact that Spotify execs called them talentless effing grifters. Mm-hmm. And there was this downward spiral that it seems like they really wanted to bounce back from. So what better thing to do than come up with a Jiffy Pop empire, or allude to the fact that, oh my God, we started this new amazing business and we're going to have a dynasty after all. I mean,
yeah, I think in my opinion, I think this whole American Riviera Orchard thing, I think it's sponsored by Kenmore washing machines. You know, they're washing something through this company, and it ain't strawberries, folks. Sorry. Allegedly, in my opinion, of course. All right. 907, hello from Alaska. Hello, Montana. I heard there was a Megan's Mall.
You know what else seems weird about it, though? I mean, you got to cut. I mean, I'd like to cut them some slack and say, yeah, everybody deserves to be happy and deserves a shot at creating a successful business. But I don't think you launch a product and have your PR put it out there like you're some dynamo when half of your family is, you know, when King Charles is struggling with cancer, Princess Catherine is struggling with cancer. So they come out with this news.
Yeah. It's like, and that's supposed to dominate the media? A fucking jam commercial? I mean, who cares? You know, I mean, I don't know. If I was down below $50 million, I would sell my used clothing on eBay also. And I would probably go out and get a job if I was running below 50 million. You know, I just, you just can't, you have to have a special, you know, warm spot in your heart for people running below $50 million. But you know, if your only net worth is money, then you're a waste of time. You have no soul. That's all that you think your life is about is money. You absolutely don't belong here. You need to go somewhere else, because I mean, I don't care how much money you have. You know, if you don't have a soul, you're worthless. And that's all you care about is money, you're worthless.
Yeah, they were getting a lot of heat, though, for their treatment of the royal family. And, you know, especially in light of, you know, the challenges the royal family are having. And so that being said, instead of showing sympathy and being real and, you know, showing any empathy, remorse, or shame, they instead choose to deflect with grandiosity and, oh, look, we're becoming these dynamos, successful. We're going to be American citizens. In other words, we're dissing you, royal family. Now that we've gotten what we wanted, this is my opinion. We're going to bail and we're just going to become huge, successful Americans. Well, wow. Talk about get up, get in, get off, get out.
Yep.
You know, it's like, really, I mean, just take what you want and leave everybody in your wake.
Yep. So here's a really good point here. Kat Tavares. I make jam from home, and she did not make that jam. It was made commercially. Also, it's old with the darker color on the top. And I also want to say about the jam, there was like somewhere somebody mentioned that it was her grandmother's recipe. Okay. Not. Grandma made impossible pie and apple butter, and I was there. Okay. I grew up with my grandmother in Pennsylvania, right? So did Samantha. And we went back and forth from Chicago every summer for the entire summer. So blow it out your ass, Megan. You don't know shit.
Well, I think really important is that Grandma Markle was doing all of that, making apple butter and jams and pies up through the 1970s. And Megan wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
So there was no making apple butter in the kitchen. That's hogwash because Grandma was in a nursing home by the time, you know, Megan could interact with her and do anything with her.
Yeah. And the thing that, you know, there was that interview about how she was the primary caregiver for Grandma until she died. Okay, that's complete horseshit. We can go back to the home where she was taken very good care of, because I was witness to this. I was there every single weekend with my dad. And I remember Megan showing up probably 5 or 6 times out of the 2 years. So she can't.
Trevor was there more than she was, and in fact, she loved Trevor. But Dad paid for the luxury nursing home.
Yeah, it's just one bullshit lie after another. So yeah, sorry about that. All right, Anna Sisk, hiya, Tom. You are so good taking care of your dad. You're a very strong person. Much love and a big hug from Ireland. Thank you, Anna. Awesome.
Aww.
All right. Who the hell, Tammy Linklater? Who the hell can afford that jelly? $100? Mega nuts? Fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. Where was that one? Anyway, yeah. So when I heard that it was my grandmother's recipe, I just like, God, you know, the things people say to sell stuff. Oh no, that's not a rip in the seat. That came that way from the factory. God.
Well, and can we agree on the fact that I've talked to Dad about this too? Grandma Markle would roll over in her grave if she saw how Meghan has disavowed the family, the Markle name, especially Dad and Uncle Mike and the Royals too. I mean, Grandma Markle, there's no way Grandma Markle would be proud of what this woman has done. She would be ashamed of her.
Grandma
And
Markle.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Grandma Markle would have whooped the shit out of her. Talk about.
No,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Grandma Markle was like a saint.
Yes.
She was not heavy-handed. She never raised a hand to anybody. She would say, "Use kids, get out of there," or she would wave her hand around, but only from across the yard. She was such a wonderful, amazing grandmother. I loved her so much. Yeah. For Meghan to ever use her name, I felt like saying, "Get Grandma Markle's," like Will Smith did. Get Grandma Markle's name out your mouth.
Yeah. Let's see here. Here's a really good one here. What happened? Says, when the news goes after you about your outfit, fire back and ask, why don't they report on the buried baby under the tree and verifying the children's births? Yeah, that's because that's news. That's newsworthy. And we have to worry about hairs and strawberry jam to make headlines instead of like the real shit that needs to be reported on.
Yeah, that was really weird. I still think about that. First of all, it wouldn't be legal. No hospital would allow it. But for them to put that in a book as casually as they did seems really disjointed.
All right, let's see. Somebody still can't find movement videos, but they're out there everywhere unless they're sweeping the internet again, trying to make all this go away and disappear, Can't let it go away. 907 Wings can't let it go away.
Well, maybe something good did come out of all of this for Harry and Meghan. It's like, in my opinion, they burned their bridges in Hollywood. They burned their bridges in Great Britain. So now they only have each other. It's like they're stuck together because it seems like they have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, a lot of people say that they're grasping at straws like now because people are dropping them like used toilet paper in an outhouse. Evelyn Winchester, thank you. $5. Go have a cerveza at Who Songs for me. Yeah, that's right there, down there in Ensenada. That's not too far. Alice Wonders, love you, Dad, Samantha. Just me sending Charles a bill. Rachel will be sending Charles a bill. Yeah. Penny, you were great on Sean Atwood's channel. Thank you. All right.
Oh, here's another thing. I read something that suggested it was, I don't know if it was PR or her speaking or what, but it assumed that she was feeling like she wanted an apology from Princess Catherine for not being supportive of her in the beginning. And I was like, excuse you? Do you remember all that? Do you remember how she was part of the Fab Four? She was given the red carpet by the royal family in the beginning. So I don't understand how even PR could try to make it look like Princess Catherine was never supportive of Meghan. Yeah, maybe you start reportedly filming Princess Charlotte while she's sleeping, breaking royal rules, making Charlotte cry, making Kate cry. Then people kind of turn.
Stephanie Fox, thank you for being Stephanie Fox. Thank you for being a member. Atlanta of Arcadia is going down, Thomas. Police are involved. Check out Fiona and Avid Gardner. She also talks about Sarah Data and Boozy, etc. Well, that's definitely worth looking into. Precious DeVere, she just bought King Charles's High Grove jams. Yes, another satisfied customer without a hair.
And I heard that that's delicious. It's like blackberry and raspberry. It sounds amazing.
Seb's soulmate, Megan's jelly, is said to be unsuitable to sell by the FDA.
Ah.
Can't make this shit up. So, what else we got here? Lake Superior girl. That's Mimi Shaw. I remember that. I always thought Megan put a spell on her. Actually, at the Dan J Zone. What happened? That is actually at the Dan J Zone. Christine, and the UK would rather support King Charles's jams because it goes to charity. Yep, it's Andrea. It's Andrea. I hope you know there's lots of us in your corner and your dads and your sisters. Thank you so much, Andrea. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Elkie Medina, sugar alert. Yeah, well, it doesn't take long. I mean, you know, they have nothing better to do. They have nothing better to do. Let me see. Sugar alert. Everybody point out the name for me so I can just bye Felicia them. Jan D, I wonder if Megan is in this chat. You know she is.
Hi, Meg.
Hi, Meg. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot, you guys. How that's bad of me. How could I do this to everybody? Everybody, sit back, think positive, lovely, the best lovely thoughts that you can think of course, and just take a moment and say, because nobody's asked Megan how she is today. So, Megan, how are you today, Megan? Just wondering. Is it okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, because we're all so worried.
Oh, I don't sleep at night knowing you're getting down below $60 million. I don't know what I'm going to do. Fuck. Me and Dad continuously worried, like, you know, should we Western Union her, like, you know, $50 so she can eat? Man. Unbelievable. Yeah, Don Bonamy, the FDA should buy a jar of jelly and have it examined. You know, I wouldn't pay a nickel for that shit.
What were all those rumors a while back about them leaving Montecito reportedly and looking for a house in Montana or here or there or going back to Canada? In other words, it seems like Montecito is still there.
Somebody mentioned something to me yesterday about her place is for rent or something. I don't know. We have to look into that.
Oh, is that why they're doing the Netflix video from someone else's house? I've been hearing about that too, because people are like,
yeah, but I heard that they boasted, you know, everybody's got that person's address now, and those poor people, it's an elderly couple. You know, nobody deserves that. You know,
yeah, that's a bummer.
You know, even the studio security can't keep, you know, when they film the show. It's what a shit show. You know, go rent a studio, right? Like normal people do. Go rent a studio. Huh.
Netflix can afford it, so that's kind of weird. They're not doing it on a set.
Well, apparently that house has an actual orchard in it. You know, on the property. It's a different mansion. It's probably, you know, it's probably in Carpinteria, but you know, it's just like, now you're going to just torment these people for, you know, the next, you know, 2 or 3 days until Netflix pulls the plug because they're tired of this shit. Allegedly, in my opinion, you know. But I heard that somebody was saying that, like, this is the absolute last straw that Netflix is going to try, because somebody was saying that it was like Netflix just doesn't want, this is the last straw. So if they don't produce anything worthwhile, you know, which you know, wow, how easy is that to produce something worthwhile?
I think in my opinion, the only worthwhile episode would be called The Epiphany, and they both all of a sudden like wake up just bubbling over with empathy, remorse, and shame. And they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. And they start getting on the horn and apologizing to everybody and changing their ways. Now that would be worth watching. The epiphany. Yeah. Right. But when hell freezes over.
What do we got here? Catherine K. Exactly. At least you and Samantha have common sense. Well, we also inherited the good look genes also. So, somebody told me on, I think it was Duchess of Sussex. God, it's such a tongue twister. She asked me how old I was. And I told her, I said, I'll be 58 this year. And she goes, oh, no, she says, how old are you? 29, 30? And I said, hey. And, so that's like me and Samantha, we actually inherited the Markle good looks gene. And, Samantha looks 20 years younger than Megan. And it's the opposite. Samantha's 17 years older than Megan. So.
Well, here's that thing. Grandma Markle, she said she always used Noxzema and Pond's. She didn't drink or smoke, and she had baby skin until she.
Wait. So Grandma Markle used Noxzema and Pond's. So maybe that's, maybe Megan's using Harry's Todger cream. I don't know, and it's not working because it's only made for frozen testicles. I don't know. Here, rub this on your face. One rubs the lotion on the skin. Exactly. Oh man. Could you imagine like Harry, like if it was actually like that, like Silence of the Swamp Donkeys? It'd be like, Harry's stuck at the bottom of a well and he's down there with a chicken, right? And she comes over and lowers a basket down with his Todger cream. One rubs the lotion on the chicken.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts the lotion on the chicken.
Gross.
Silence of the Rescue Chickens.
Question. There were also rumors a while back, I don't know if you remember this, that she was reportedly going to hook up with QVC or somebody and do some skincare line, and that never materialized. So, you gotta wonder, maybe that would have been a good idea.
I gotta wonder why Netflix isn't supposedly doing it at their house in Montecito, which the commercial completely straight in the beginning, right? It's supposed to be her house and her doorway, right? So maybe they didn't want to find the trap door in the kitchen where, the kids are making the jam and doing the labels. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But what's up with that?
Well, or maybe the crew and everybody there would have been like, well, wait a minute. Where are the kids? Where are the jungle gyms and the toys and we had it all for the shoot.
Wow, it just goes to show you. So we're not going to film it at my house because what? The birthday party is coming up for the kid. We're not going to film it at my house because why? I thought that's what, didn't that the promo video for American Riviera Orchard, didn't it say that? In her kitchen in Montecito, right? But now it's at a different location. Wonder why. Got to read between the lines on everything that comes out.
Maybe it's all going to be filmed in Willy Wonka's wild world of imagination.
Yep.
Like everything. That's the golden ticket.
Okay, yeah. So Sherry French, it appears that the Harkles have rented the Montecito mansion. Where are these two living now since the grifters' way have failed? So what? maybe it's just too embarrassing to show your face on Coast Village Road at your favorite restaurants. And I heard that she was going to open up a storefront on Coast Village Road at all the stores down there by all the fancy restaurants and the shopping. And I actually offered. I said, if she wants me to do the ribbon cutting with my wig and my baby bump, I would do it. No charge for the grand opening.
Well, or maybe the locals got tired of being pushed out of the restaurants because Queenie showed up and demanded to have the restaurant all to herself. I mean, I can't see people in Santa Barbara being too cool with being marginalized by the newbies. It's like, excuse me, who are you?
DM Tiger Paw, dude, your dad looks younger than Megan.
But he does. He's got baby skin too, even with the beard. I keep telling him, Dad, you have skin like a baby's butt, like Grandma Markle. So, yeah.
Xavier X, Megan also got the youth gene. I hate to admit it. Well, yeah, well, you admitted it, and it's just completely not true because when the Bondo and plaster and spray tan comes off, no. Looks more like the crypt keeper at the local cemetery, if you ask me. Sorry.
Well, I don't know if it's Ozempic or what, but I saw a picture the other day. It was like the sun hitting the skin, and in my opinion, it looked like an old country road. So, you know, not to be dogging on her, so to speak, but I thought, what is up with that? Because you're out there talking about skincare and you're, you know, prancing around as a glamour puss. You gotta be taking care of your skin. So, no, it wasn't there.
Yeah, you got to wonder, like, so if it's true, if they did rent out the Montecito mansion, I don't know about you, but I would definitely not sleep on that mattress. But I don't know. But where could they be staying? You know, I don't know. What are they out doing a charity event somewhere to pay for the new hotel or the new rental or whatever? But yeah, maybe. Who knows? But that would be interesting to find out. Maybe I should take a trip up there. I haven't visited my friends in quite some time who live in the neighborhood. Maybe I should go up there and get the scoop on it.
Yeah, well, you have friends there, but don't go by there because she'll hit you up as being a stalker.
I know. I've been through that. I've been through that many times before. I was the security breach at the polo match a 3 years ago. That's why I didn't go to Costner's party because they were there. I was invited, by the way.
Yeah, but that's not cool because she doesn't have a copyright or ownership on Montecito and everybody there.
But the way that she controls the media is what I was talking about, and I just didn't want to deal with that shit because I'd already been through it for so long. So.
And nobody really cares where they live or what they're doing. But when they, you know, and I get it, people want privacy. It's pretty normal. But when you have your PR screw with details so much and there's so many inconsistencies, people are naturally curious. And it doesn't mean they're stalkers. It means that your PR is screwing up and you're creating mysteries that are ridiculous.
Okay.
Just be open.
Oh, here we go. Lidu says it's little Prince Louis' 6th birthday on Tuesday, the 23rd. Oh, I wonder what shit will appear online. Yeah. What's going to be the diversion? You know, there's a diversion for everything. Everything. I mean, she puts something out. She goes, I just look what color I painted my raptor toenails today. Don't you love it? Look, you can buy it on my site. $49.95. Huh.
Oh no, this is predictable.
Yeah.
In my opinion, she'll probably come up with a big drama about how Archie wants a relationship with Louis and George, how great it would be for them to boy bond.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she'll start pawning the kids, which is entirely wrong. You know, if
Welsh Gold said, I don't think they live together. So it's possible they rented out the mansion. And it's possible they're not living together. I mean, with the photos from the polo thing of her macking on somebody else and, you know, and pushing Harry out of the way and then giving Nacho a little kiss there. It's like, what's really going on?
That was really weird.
Yeah.
Wow. I one less Three's Company.
Jax, she looks awful without the filters. Yeah. What's this? Let's see. We're all holding our breath. Belinda Belash. We're all holding our breaths for the big come down. It's like watching a car crash. We can't take our eyes off of it. Well, it's eventually, you gotta answer for all your shit that you created. I mean, you can put the smoke screen out there, but smoke dissipates eventually, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's all coming out.
Whatever happened with the Church of Scientology? Like, where are they now?
If I had to voice my opinion on that, which I will, of course, there is no way in hell Meghan and Harry would ever go to Scientology, because they're not going to part with any of Harry's money. And that's what Scientology, you got to pay quite a bit. You got to hand over a pretty sizable portion of your income. I think it's 1/3, if not a little bit more. That's what I've heard. So if Harry and Meghan are down to like their last $60 million, there's no way in hell they're going to fork over 20 to Scientology just to be, because if you start Scientology, from what I've heard, is you start mopping floors and being personal assistants to the celebrity types who pay the money to get a higher on the totem pole. So whatever that means, I don't know. Scientology, I don't know.
Seems like that would be right up their alley, because they've been reportedly paying for awards, that SW thing that Katie Couric was on, that women's thing. I heard that Archwell funded that. So yeah. It doesn't seem like they have a problem doling out money where they think there's an advantage.
Yeah. Well, here again also, I mean, it's really obvious that, I mean, most likely, in my opinion, I think the last of the people who support her are the Sussex squad. So at least she has that left. Now she can just go off to, some foreign country or a little island somewhere and start her own Jane Jones little Scientology club of her own. And then she can take everybody else's money like Scientology would do. Right? Maybe that's what they're doing.
I heard the Sussex squad also support them, like raise money for them. It's like, if someone's down to their last 50 million, why did their squaddies need to be raising money for them?
Exactly. It's they're taking money from people, it's wrong. Wrong. Sunny21, thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you so much. $29 tip. Boy, now that's a beer at Who Songs also. That's a beer and a chicken and a lobster tail. But here's some tasty jam. Smuckers is good, I hear. Wow, Sharon Ewing. Here's for some tasty jam. Smuckers is good, I hear. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Anyway, you guys, we're approaching the 2-hour mark. And I do have to go. I do have things and errands to run with Dad, as usual. I'm sorry I didn't get to all the comments. Veronica said Meghan has tried to get Meghan's Mole site closed down. Yeah, Meghan is trying to close everybody's site down who says anything bad about her on YouTube, social media, whatever. It's just really, it's just not right. I mean,
I think I need to clarify, though, the fact that people are not saying bad things about her. It seems like it's only bad in her mind because people are speaking their opinions. They are truth-based, and they're based on egregious, over-the-top actions. They're normal responses to what she and Harry do, but they don't like any responses. They don't like any judgment of themselves.
No.
And so
I just want to say, and on a parting note here, I just want to say that it's just I think people have finally woken up after all this time because they've watched the time frame of all the lies exposed, right? And I want to say that I've had a little bit of a part in that because I'm a family member, right? I mean, I am Samantha, and we have a right to set the record straight. And I would like to think that I had a part in opening up and waking everybody up and opening up everybody's eyes to the lies and the deceit and everything. So it's just really, really nice to be able to do that. And for her to want to shut that down is only like, she wanted to shut this down in the beginning. That's why she didn't want anybody at the wedding, because at the after party, people talk, right? Oh no, everything I blew, all the smoke that I blew up Harry's ass is going to come out his ears, because then he's going to find out the truth. So that's the way it goes. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. But anyway, you guys, I've got to attend to some other business. We had a nice, very nice 2-hour show. And Samantha, again, awesome for her coming on. And like, subscribe. Let's keep the freedom of speech alive, and don't let the big bullies with all other people's money control the media with their smokescreen stories. And that's what it's all about. So us little guys have YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. I love YouTube. You guys are awesome. I super appreciate everything you do for the little guy. All right. And don't change. Don't change. And if you see something, to anybody who has a channel, if you see something that's like, you know, a little bit borderline on the fence, send them a warning, send them something. But don't let these people with other people's donated money try to bribe you and shut down people with their own opinions with freedom of speech. All right. And thank you guys, all the supporters, all the other channels. You guys are awesome. And all my members and all my supporters and everybody who sent in a tip today, you guys are incredible. Love you so much. And I gotta go. But I'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Tom. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.